Hi again, it's me, your narrator. I have a very special announcement that I'm sure all you Mischief Toys followers will love. If you've ever felt like turning your hand to creating a Mischief Toys figure, now is your chance. It is with the greatest pleasure that I introduce to you Mischief in the Making, a Mischief Toys Patreon. Are you ready to be a maker of mischief? If so, it's time to band together with your fellow devotees, channel your demonic forces, and create a brand new Mischief Toys character. Perhaps a glow-in-the-dark purple skeleton ghastly, or a tastefully blood-spattered Mortem. The choice is yours to make. This figure will be limited to the amount of patrons, and there may even be two variants of the same figure. As an added bonus, the names of Mischief Toys makers will be printed in perpetuity on the inside of the box, thus demonstrating to the world that you have created a Mischief Toys figure. Imagine the fame, the glory. So, are you ready to play your part in Mischief in the Making? Coming in 2025.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. We are back. We're back. We're officially back. It feels like every weekend we're going out somewhere. We've disappeared. We were here last weekend, back from SDCC, back from our 2-week trip, and then this weekend.
Hold on. You said SDCC, but you didn't mention Disneyland.
Disneyland.
My
we were
favorite.
all over the place. We were everywhere. Was it last Sunday?
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday we were back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
and then,
back on Saturday.
Right. No, Friday.
Friday?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Friday.
And then this week, we were then trying to get everything together to get Lovesick Ghastly out there. Congratulations to everybody that picked that one up. It's a great figure.
Thank you.
Thank you
to everybody who picked that one up. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
He had a lot of love at the little toy show this weekend.
Yeah, we sold a lot of Lovesick Ghastly there. I think we took maybe like 10, and I think we sold most of them.
Yeah.
Which was
great.
very cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we just wanted to remind you that the Spread the Love giveaway is still going on. And tomorrow sometime we will be emailing everybody who purchased the Lovesick Ghastly or the Lovesick Ghastly pin bundle, and they will have a place to enter in if you are going to be at New York Comic Con or in the general area or want to simply just go to Night of Mischief. You can enter in, and we wanted to do it that way so like we weren't running a wheel with all the names of people who purchased a Lovesick Ghastly, and like, you know, the first person we land on that will say like, oh, sorry, can't make it, I live
in Canada.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't plan on traveling or whatever, and then having to roll again, you know. So we just wanted to make it easy for everybody and just put a pool of people in who want to go.
Yeah, so I thought that was a great idea. I had the dumb idea of just like, let's just randomly pick somebody, and Heather was like, no, we should do it a different way. So that's how we figured this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Thank God for Heather.
Well, I had some help from my, I like to call them my assistant. They don't want to be known, which is fun. They're like a just a thing.
The person is a thing.
They're just like there.
I think they would much rather be known as who they are versus a thing.
Well, I can't explain it. They're there in the shadows.
They're just there. Okay, they're there in the shadows. That's better.
Yeah, but they are a genius and helped me with that. But while we're here, if you don't know what the Spread the Love promotion is, you will get the opportunity, one person will get the opportunity who purchases the Lovesick Ghastly or who has purchased the Lovesick Ghastly to enter into get a guaranteed up to 4 tickets for Night of Mischief, and they will have a VIP experience. So they'll have like an upgraded bag for Night of Mischief with a ton of goodies that we choose for you, and you get to enter the venue first if you so choose. And yeah, it's gonna be a freaking blast. I can't wait.
Yeah. We also have some AP stuff or something wrapped into this too, right? Did we not? I thought you had something else that was wrapped up into this.
We have a VIP bag.
No.
A very nice
not
gift
that,
bag.
Not that. It wasn't
Oh,
other
you're
giveaways.
talking. You're talking about the
Yep.
set of Philadelphia pins.
Yep, the set of 3. So 2 others will win a set of those, correct? 2 people.
Yes.
Yes, we'll win a set of the AP pins from this weekend. So we'll get into what happened this weekend. It was an epic weekend.
It was great.
One of the best events I've ever attended with Mischief Toys.
And one of the worst hotels we've ever stayed at.
One of the worst
ever.
hotels, which I filmed everything about that. But there was a comment that I wanted to reply to, and that's Castle Gamer. He says, or he or she, you guys walked past me in line for SDCC 2025 Thunderdome. It was cool. Oh, that's awesome, and I hope we were talking, or you said something, or if you ever see us out there, any of you, make sure you say hey, because
no, I prefer you say what's up.
I fumble around,
just like that.
I fumble around a lot. I don't know what's going on. I'm a bright light guy, so when I see bright lights and shiny things, I just run toward it, and I don't see anything else. So I don't stop. I don't do anything. I'm just like a maniac.
And you're also very hard of hearing, so sometimes people will talk to you, and I have to be like, hey, like.
Yeah, it's annoying when you do that. By the way,
it's annoying when you don't listen to people.
I don't have ears.
Well, then you should find some.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see. What do we got? Let's talk about Mischief in the Making for a moment. Then we'll get into the Philly, the Philly event, and then anything else you guys want to talk about. Of course, hit us with questions in the comment section. We are here to answer all the questions. We're here to discuss things that you want to discuss. I hope you want to discuss Mischief Toys, because that is what we love to talk about the most. So Mischief Toys, Mischief in the Making. I just played a little promo. If you were here, you could have watched it, where we're doing this. I would say it's an experiment. So basically, you are signing up and buying into making with the community your very own figure. And so how this works is...
Well, it's not your very own.
Well, that's what I mean. Community's
collective
figure. Yeah. So the collective... Well, I'll explain that. So we're going to have polls that are on a website that you're going to vote on. And after all of those polls have been completed or answered by the people that are in this community for Mischief in the Making, we're going to take all of the poll results and we're going to make a figure. Now, the plan is... you are going to be involved not only in the figure but the box as well. But the cool thing about this is that while you're voting, it's going to be sort of kind of a team fun effort, I think, where you kind of discuss like, hey, I really want to do Ghastly, and the other person's like, well, how about Mortem? And they're like, oh, come on. And then you got more people who are like, let's do Ghastly this time, or let's do Mortem this time. And so you have everybody kind of coming together to figure out what this thing is going to be. Is it going to be glow in the dark or black light? Is it going to be a horror thing? You're going to be able to develop this together as a group. And I think it's going to be a really fun experiment. I think it's going to be a really fun event. And I'm super jealous that I cannot personally be a part of it. Yeah. I wish that I could be one of the voters in this thing, but I'd rather you guys be involved in this. After the poll results, we hand it off to an artist, one of our talented artists. They take it, they make up the figure, they make up the box. Not entirely sure, it might even be a question to you guys. Do you want to see it before we create it, or do you want to wait until we see it afterwards? So
that's a good question.
Yeah,
but see, I think part of the fun of it would be people seeing what it is as it comes to life.
Yes.
But I like asking them because some people may want to be surprised.
Yeah. Well, but it's going to come down to a poll question.
That's cool.
So we're going to set this up, and as we go, we're going to figure this out. We're going to do it together. And then that will make the second experience even better, and so on and so forth. That's even if there is a second. I hope that this kicks off to something that's really great. And I've talked to fellow fans of toys. I've talked to companies and people who, like us, that are running toy operations, like a bit about this and giving them a little bit of background of my idea or our idea. And all of them were like, that is so cool. And I can't wait to see what the end result is. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we're creating something new here. Maybe something that no one has ever done. I don't know of anybody doing anything like this. I know crowd-funded stuff, but not something that you're creating from scratch.
Yeah.
Like, you are creating this thing. Like, this is where you get to pick whatever mold that you want us to use, out of all the figures we've ever done. Let's say everybody just says, well, I want the Monstro, as an example.
That's just one mold.
That's just one mold. And then so everybody wants the Monstro. So the Monstro goes into this thing, and now you're figuring out what the Monstro is going to look like. And so you answer all the questions in order to get to the end result. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. So
yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Mischief in the Making is going to take place this month. We are going to kick it off probably at the end of the month.
I think so.
Next month is going to be a rollout of getting you ready for New York Comic Con.
NYCC!
Which is our biggest event of the entire year. We have done multiple shows this year. We're about to talk about our latest show that we went to or attended, which was over this weekend. But we went to Awesome Con, Living Dead Weekend. We were at the event in Philadelphia, and then we're going to be at NYCC.
And we put on our very own event, Day of Mischief.
And put on Day of Mischief. Yeah, we've done all sorts of stuff. And we had a signing and a little fun thing happening at $7 a pop when we were in SDCC.
In San Diego, yeah.
So we've been a part of a lot of we did a lot of stuff this year, and I hope that you could have been a part of it. We had a wonderful time this weekend. Let's jump right into that. So Mischief in the Making is coming, and be prepared, and Heather's going to put together all sorts of fun information so you can learn, probably through email would be my guess, and we'll talk about it in videos too.
But we got a question. It's a very important question that I'd like to answer.
All right.
It is from Mutho. To win the pin set, is that a note in the figure or the upcoming form? So the pins will just straight up be wrapped into the figure. The form will only be for Night of Mischief, and that is because we wanted to reserve that solely for people who are in that general area or who can make it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the pins are completely separate. That's for everybody, whether or not they're going to New York or Night of Mischief or whatever. So that's why we chose to do it that way.
Boom.
Will we start seeing more Coven stuff soon on the site? So, yes. Full disclosure, we have had issues earlier this year, not tariff related of course, but separate from the tariffs, we had some issues where we have had a bit of like a rough patch. We don't have everything that we want. Right now we are focusing heavily on getting our New York Comic Con stuff completed, but we do want to roll out some Coven stuff very, very, very soon.
So here, I got a question for you, and I'm asking this on a live video, so I want you all just to hang tight, because it's a question I have for Heather, and I want to see how you feel about it, and then maybe we can see how they feel about it.
Okay.
So we have attended many events this year, and we have Coven logo pins from those events that have been left over. What if we put them up on the website for sale as we would a normal pin? And here's my thought here, okay? Because we're gonna have new pins for New York Comic Con.
Okay.
Now the people who came to the event got it for free because they showed their coin. But these pins, right, they made the trek to come out. Yeah. But the people who didn't make the trek, there'll be a payment associated with it. Now there aren't that many. But I'm wondering if that's something we could do.
We could do it as like a blind bag, because we still have some from New York when we did like the black and the chrome with like the pink orange colors.
Yeah.
We have a handful of the brain ones, handful of the money ones.
We have a handful of the ones from this weekend.
We do. See, the only problem that I have with this is we always say that it's on or in person only. However, we have come to learn what a more realistic number is based off of where we're attending. So like New York Comic Con, for example, I have an idea of like a number associated with that. For this past convention, we only made 35 of those pins, but we didn't have 35 Coven members show up. So we have like a couple of those left, but now I know like next year, you know, it may be different.
Yeah.
So the only reason I don't like it is because we've said that they are in person only. But I think it will be interesting to hear what they have to say.
Well, we have a lot of people who are interested in that. And so we, you know, with these pins, you show up, you show your coin, and then you get the pin. But those folks are making the trek to be there, right? They have to pay the price of admission. They have to make the travel. They have to drive there or whatever, right? Because like to get into the event this weekend, it was $20 per day. What, am I right by that? Was it $20 per day? Or
it was $20 for the entire weekend.
For the entire weekend, so they still had to pay something to get in. So I think that's cool. We have a ton of upcoming pins for upcoming events, but the ones that we have sort of stowed away, they're just sort of just sitting in bags. And I would like people out there who are in the Coven who can't make it to these events have an opportunity to get them. And I really like your blind bag idea. I think that's really cool because then you're buying it and you have no idea what you're getting, and I think that makes it even more fun. So that we haven't done anything for the Coven in a little bit. We did the cups recently, but obviously not a whole lot. But I think this pin idea could be cool, and so maybe Leia, blind bag idea, that's great.
I mean, would this be like a one-time thing just because it's been sort of like
I think so, because we've been
for a while?
Well, that, yes, and two, we've also been to so many events, and there's only so many pins that we could give out at these events. Not everybody's going to make it to the East Coast for all these things. Like Carlito's Way right there, he's in San Diego. He's like, I'm going to try to make it to NYCC. But he's cool. Like, but you got people all over the world who just can't get here. So why not give them an opportunity to get something that we passed off in hand? I think it's a cool idea.
We can think about that. I think maybe we should have sort of a more official poll. I would like the future. If we choose to do this, I would like the future. Like, for example, we went really heavy on the first Coven pins from New York because we didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah. And
I think I actually put in a certain amount and then I upped the number later because so many people were like, "Oh my God, can't wait to see you in New York." And I was like, well, shit. How are we? Like, I don't want to disappoint everybody, so I really went overboard on the LE number for those initial pins.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll think about it. I vote you go that. If you go that route, you should do a lottery system.
The problem with a lottery system is it would cost for us, which would therefore cost for you.
Yeah.
So I'd prefer not to do that. I'd rather keep our prices as is.
Yep. And I also, Josh Schwani Boy is saying that he likes the Messiers aspect of it. He goes, there's also a secondary market, and it's fun to keep some of these things sort of rare. And yeah, I'm on board with that too.
I agree, but that's where us navigating this comes in, because had we not overdone it for certain events, then we wouldn't be left with these items.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it could be good to clean out what we have and start completely fresh with some lower LE for future events.
Yeah, so next year we have some big plans for 2026 and beyond. We're doing all sorts of things that you're going to see a lot of changes, I guess, is sort of the key word here is change. So we have been in business for many, many years now, and we've gotten to a point where it's like, we want to try to change things up and do some different stuff. And make it interesting, sweeten it up a little bit. So that's what we're working on behind the scenes right now. I am referring to it as Mischief Toys Volume 2 or Version 2. But we have some really cool ideas in play. And evolution. That's a great. I love that word. Yeah, so like an evolution. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to be super into it. I think Mischief Toys fans are going to be into it, and I think we'll see some new fans as well, which will be great. So, speaking of new fans, speaking of evolution, Mischief Toys going to and doing all these different events this year has really been an evolution for us. It's interesting. We go to New York Comic Con, and New York Comic Con is sort of like glitz and glam. It is a very loud event for us. There are people everywhere. We're seeing all these faces. We put on Night of Mischief. It's a big party. Last year we had other toy companies coming to visit us, and it's just after it's over, Heather and I are laying down for 2 days. It knocks us right out most of the time. We're taking off almost an entire week because we just don't feel well afterwards because it's so much.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm exhausted right now.
Same here. But that, you know what though, Heather and I are dedicated to put into work and do everything that we can in order to make Mischief Toys what we want it to be and to grow it. And so, with this weekend and the past shows, we're sort of seeing where does Mischief Toys fit in the grand scheme of the world of collectibles, and where do we fit in terms of shows. So we started this year by going to AwesomeCon, and AwesomeCon it's a great convention, one that you and I have frequented over the years.
Yes. So that convention, I've always wanted to do it because it's very close to us. It's in DC, the nation's capital. So much great stuff to do there. It's a wonderful city.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting convention in terms of what they have there. Like, it's a lot of, like, if there's collectibles, typically it's like resellers. There's a lot of apparel there. There's a lot of
anime.
A lot of anime type stuff, yes. A lot of cosplay type stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of, like, art.
Yes.
Being, like, comic books and, like, printed artwork. It's a really interesting convention.
Really, really great stuff at AwesomeCon, but what I'll say is that we were not a very good fit there. A lot of you guys came out to see us, which was, it's always so great to see everybody show up and turn up for us. And it means a lot to us to see a lot of familiar faces there, or faces maybe that we've never seen before, but are Mischief Toys fans, and are like, hey, you were down the road, and I was able to make it this time. So AwesomeCon was good, but we most likely will not do that anytime soon. Again, Living Dead Weekend was great also, and that was a dream for me to be in the Monroeville Mall and to have zombie figures in it.
Yeah.
So that was sort of like a personal deal for me. It was like, I want to do this, and I don't care if no one shows up to this, at least I can say I did it. And so that was really cool to me.
It was awesome.
And so that show...
Except for the house.
Except for the house. That show was great. We may go back to that one. Not entirely sure. Wasn't like super keen on how it was managed, to be honest. But overall, not a bad show. Maybe we'll return to that. And then we get to this event this past weekend. So I want to be...
Stay there.
Oh, okay. I want to be... I'll be upfront about this. When we signed up for this event, we didn't necessarily know what we were getting ourselves into.
And not just that, we didn't agree to it until like a month or two before.
Yeah.
Like it was a very late sign up.
Well, we signed up for it, but then STCC came about, and then it was like, oh my God, how are we going to do all of this? Like, this is so damn much. But also, we had our reservations about this show because we just didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what it was. We knew it was sort of underground, and it was a brand new show to Philadelphia about art toys. And we've never done an art toy show before. We've never done 5 Points. We've never done like a designer toy convention, a D-Con. Never done that. So we were like, or designer con. I'm thinking, are we a good fit for this? And the reason why, I'll elaborate. So Heather and I, now although I created Ghastly originally, Heather and I are not artists for Mischief Toys. I mean, we come up with ideas, and we come up with things that we want to see or things that we want to put on in terms of shows. I wrote the Day of Mischief show. I wrote the Night of Mischief show. So I'm not saying I have no talent in this and I'm just just sitting here, but I'm not the art guy. So going to a show like this was very uncomfortable for me walking in, because I'm thinking, I'm not an artist like these other guys. These guys are incredible artists. I walked around this convention. It was a smaller thing. I walked around this convention at least 10 times and walked around just to look at all the tables. And the things that were happening at this show were unbelievable. The artwork and the time and effort these guys are putting in, and ideas and story and just everything was mind-blowing. And so, when Heather and I are sitting back doing the whole Mischief Toys thing, we're sort of looking at all, like, our optics are looking, basically looking at these bigger companies and what they're doing. And we're like, Mischief Toys, we want to get to a place where we're like kind of growing and everything. But then you go to a show like this and you start to realize just how important the art scene is, and how important it is into the figures that we're making here, and the artists and collaboration and all of those things, which I know I've always known to be important, but being on the floor with these guys, these highly talented people. I mean, we were in a room full of talent that surpasses any convention I've ever been to in terms of
insane.
just how great these guys are and girls. So while we were there on, so we go to this thing not feeling like we were going to be accepted. That was the first thought. Second, is this a show for Mischief Toys? Mischief Toys is trying to, kind of grow and be big and all this stuff. We should be at bigger conventions. We need to be at San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. That's the mindset. That's where we need to be. What are we doing? Why are we going to this little tiny show? What are we thinking? So walking in, set up the booth, looking around, I started to realize all the tables have all this cool shit on it. And we walked around. By the way, I just want you to know, YouTube changed its rules. You can say fuck now. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so you can say, so at the beginning, remember it was like 4 minutes you couldn't say it?
Something like
You can say fuck all the time now.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so they changed all that. But I'm not going to sit around and say fuck all the time, but the fact that you could just say fuck all the time is pretty cool. So I just want to say
a few times.
Fuck is cool.
You said it a few fucking times.
Well, fuck. But, so, fuck, what was I saying?
Are you messing with me?
Oh, yeah.
You looked around, it was cool.
Yeah, looked around, it was cool. And so the first day, Saturday, after we were all set up and ready to go, we had a line of people, of you guys, fans, people who love Mischief Toys.
That I didn't expect. I expected like 5 people to show up, honestly.
There's no clue how the turnout like this is going to be. You just don't. And you go into it thinking, some folks are nearby, like Donald fucking Lomax, as an example.
Yeah.
I always know, Donald always shows up typically in the areas like that because he's close by. He's in South Jersey. So I was like, okay, Donald probably show up.
Does Donald want you to tell the whole internet where he lives?
I didn't pinpoint where. Give me a map. Give me a map. I'll show you where he is. I'll show you right now.
I can't show you where he was last night. He got lost.
He did get lost. Well, you can talk about that too. So, anyway, first day was like fan interaction, fun. Everybody got their pins, sold out like almost instantly on the pins. It happened so quickly. We tried to save them for the next day. It just didn't work.
No.
So our pins came out of the bags and they fell everywhere. And so we thought we had them collected for like day 2 in bags and they weren't. Yeah. And so Max and I kept pulling them out and selling them, not realizing. And so Heather looked down there. She's like, "Oh my God, you sold everything." And I'm like, "What?"
I was like, "Where the fuck are the pins?"
Yeah, she said, "Where the fuck are these pins at,
and
motherfucker?"
Like, they have to be somewhere. Yeah. I'm like, they aren't.
Yeah. I said, "Fuck, Heather, I don't know. I have no idea.
You really
I don't know where.
YouTube
I don't know where the fuck those things went. They're fucking wild, those pins." But what?
I'm sorry.
Sure.
Can you put a bookmark there before we get any further? I want to address a question because I'm not seeing the chat and I just want to make sure I get to it. So Eric says that he would love a calendar of events for 2026 so he can plan his leave. So I don't know if you guys know, but there is a section on the website that mentions events. Hold on. I need, it's sort of new, so I need to go on to the website to tell you what it is. Okay, so under more info, it's under upcoming events, which as of right now, like we have past events, we have upcoming events. Right now, you'll see that the assembly required is on there, but it wasn't put there until when we decided we were going. And then New York Comic Con has been on there since we started this page because we knew that we would be going to New York Comic Con. But as soon as we know, we will announce it here and we will put it on the page. Unfortunately, it's not always something that we plan out. Like this past convention, like I said, it was like a month or 2 in advance was when we paid for the spot. So I will keep you in the loop as soon as we can.
Patrick Norman, Playful Gorilla, was there, and we are talking about collaboration. So yeah.
I wasn't finished.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, I just wanted to say thank you though for that feedback and for also wanting to come and see us.
Sorry,
it makes me very special.
I thought you said everything. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. So yeah, Playful Gorilla is awesome. Okay, so day 1, fan interaction, tons of fun. It was great. And so after we had sold out the pins, I was like, tomorrow, people might show up and they're not going to be able to get their pins. Like, I was really bummed out about it. Luckily, not a whole lot of people showed up to get pins because they already knew they were gone. But we as we sat behind our table, our booth, we were thinking, you know, what are we going to do today, kind of a deal. Well, all at once, somebody walked over and started chatting with us, and it was Jay from Lovestronaut. He's from what was it called? The what's their Space Labs, right? Space Lab. And he walks over and he's talking to us. He had one of his, I think he brought one of his figures over to us at one point. He's showing the figure, and we're having this conversation, and we were just like bouncing ideas off each other, talking about like how we could collab, how we could team.
He's awesome.
And all that. Just an amazing human being. This whole group from Philly, there was some, Red Guardian was there from New York, but like all these like really cool guys, like real talented, and their work is phenomenal. And I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm thinking, geez, this would be really cool to work with these guys. Like, I didn't think about that on day one, you know, on Saturday while we were there. I wasn't really talking to anybody about that. I was just sort of doing my thing. And so one comment really made me happy. It made me feel good because I didn't know how people were going to take us. We come in there, we set up our booth, and then we had this line that formed to get all the pins. And I'm like, geez, you know, I don't want to be like a nuisance to anybody. I don't want to look like a pain in the ass to anybody. And so I went over to a booth later in the day, and this one of these guys that he was running this booth, by the way, he's super talented. I got to remember his name, but he's carving figures out of wood and putting them on cardboard backers with a blister. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I saw that.
I bought one, and I'm going to show it on the channel. But we bought so much at this show, and I want to show everything here and talk about all these artists. I took a lot of I filmed everything. It's, again, great experience, and I'll get into more of that. So he says, the guy who was selling these figures, he goes, I just want to let you know, he says, that we really appreciate you being here. He goes, the fact that you're here, he goes, you know, that line was rolling around. I guess maybe some people were like bothered by it, but he was telling other people like, hey, they brought a lot of their fans here. And he goes, and we saw your shirts, Mischief toy shirts all day. And he goes, and they were buying from all the booths. Oh, yeah. He goes, so we're all very appreciative of you bringing people into the convention to not only buy from you, but buy. So all of our, I would say every single person that came to see us bought something from somewhere else. Not just us. At least something. At least something.
A lot of people were coming back to show us what they found.
Yes. It was wonderful.
And yesterday I didn't really get to look at the different booths, but today I did, and I was like going around and I'm like, oh, so-and-so showed me one of those, and so-and-so brought this over to show me. Yeah. And I mean, at just about every single booth, I was like, oh, Chris bought something from you, because you bought something from everybody, I think. So Sunday today became a day of collaboration. It was a day of discussing collaborations, how we could team, and also not even collaboration between Mischief Toys and other companies, but more or less like, how can we help you? Like, what can we do to help? And can we give you some helpful advice, or can we point you in the right direction, or connect you with somebody? Like, what can we do as Mischief Toys, being in it for 4 years, or however long we've been in it now? How can we help you grow in your thing? And these guys were just they were so appreciative of that. I don't know, I'm sure they're all for things, but they just seemed like this is the, so in other words, I guess what I'm getting at is I walked through the door thinking we would not be accepted, and we left being accepted. And we were accepted for the reason that I didn't expect. And that was, we brought something to the table that maybe they were interested in, and they're bringing something to the table, which is their art, which is what we're interested in. Yeah. So the collaboration and the trade there works real well. Yeah. And there's a figure I ended up buying for our friend Brian Barrick, because it reminded me of him. It doesn't look like him, but it has like Skeletor colors. I don't know. Did you look at it?
Yeah, it has a big blockhead, but it has Skeletor colors.
I hope Brian's here to hear that.
So Brian and his lovely wife, they took us in at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, like little stray cats, like Fritz, who's
like little stray cats.
He was biting me, but now he's giving me a bath.
But they brought us in. He's biting you now. They brought us into their little what do you call it? A love shack. That little house?
It might be.
But it's like a little house off their house, and it was phenomenal. It was such a.
It was
and
so comfy.
Brian, I think, was so concerned that we were going to be upset with something, but it was fantastic. The whole thing was fantastic.
Okay, listen. He did not experience the Pittsburgh house with us.
That's right.
If
The
we could
Schittsburg
survive
house?
that, yeah. If we could survive that fuck ass house, we could survive anything. But genuinely, like, their place was incredible. I was comfortable the whole time. Even though, like, we're used to a king-size bed. I think it was, like, a queen or something. And I had to be much closer to Chris and his farts all night. But I was so rested. I was so comfy. We had, like, our own kitchen. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
But I bought him a figure because it reminded me of him, and he loves Skeletor. So, great company,
Yeah.
great figure. So we're going to give that to him and some other things. A basket of love from Heather and I for taking us in during SDCC. Both of them are just so sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, this event was the coolest thing that we've ever done. Hands down. NYCC is awesome, and I love NYCC. Do not get me wrong at all, please. But it was just such a different experience. It was such a fun experience and such an eye-opening experience to kind of see. It was a place where people were coming there for what we were doing. They were specifically coming there for toys.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to Comic-Con to get an autograph, pick up a comic book, or come
Catch
to
a
see,
panel or
catch a
whatever.
panel, whatever it is, right? They were specifically coming there to find us, like people like us. And I'm so incredibly grateful. Heather and I on Friday were just like kind of beside ourselves. Like, is this even going to work out? Is this going to be an event where we came out? Because we were, by the way, we were so tired because SDCC killed us. Then I had to go back to work last week, and I'm like going through that. I'm not trying to whine. All I'm saying is that we've been through a lot lately, so to then have to go to this show too, or be a part of this show too, was like, holy shit, are we going to be able to do it?
Yeah, and I worked because not only did I get the Lovesick figures out, which I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to.
Good job, by the way, getting all those out. And by the way, it was all her. I didn't do anything for that because I was at work.
Max helped tremendously. He built boxes and he tore bubble wrap for me. And he's very appreciated. But I also got an unexpected package. Thursday evening, the Tiki shirts came in.
Oh, yeah.
So I got those. I got up at like 6 o'clock on Friday, and I wrapped those, and I got those out, and then I finished packing for the Philly show.
Yeah.
And then we left here around like 2:30 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a fantastic job. So
Thanks.
if you're receiving your Tiki shirts, or if you have received your Tiki shirts, or you haven't received your Tiki shirts, awesome. Make sure you check those pins out because somebody pulled a gold one. But
Wow. That got there fast.
got there fast.
Because
But-
I sent them Friday.
But look out for your shirts this week if you haven't gotten it yet. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but I put the Golden Treasure in, I think it was 30 packages. And then there was also one Golden Treasure, a special Golden Treasure in another package. I mean, they're all very special, but this was like the most rare because there was only one.
Right.
And then there was also a Sunken Tiki Proto Treasure. The Proto is not in there. They got a little note. And I did it up a little bit. I hope they appreciate it.
Okay. Dave Brewer asked if Max was with us, and yes, he was.
Yeah.
It was great.
He
and
helped
you
a
scrolled
lot.
this up. Is there a reason why you scrolled this up?
I did not scroll that
Okay.
up there.
Okay.
I mean, I stayed up.
Okay, let's see. Zion Monkey, thank you so much. You guys can now sing Uncle Fucker without consequence. I can't wait to see that.
You
hear
know
that.
what's funny? Okay, I have a quick story, but let me see that. There was a comment I wanted to address. But what is funny is, as a kid, I had hardly no restrictions on like what I could watch, what I could listen to, nothing. Like, I mean, the one thing that was off limits was like hardcore sex scenes, basically.
Okay, good.
But outside of that, like, as a little kid, like, I was allowed to watch, like, movies with curse words and stuff. It was just like, hey, like, please don't say this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, my dad actually is who got me into, like, horror because, that's just what I was into, and he liked it too when he was younger, and he sort of showed me all of his favorite movies, and talked about how scary Exorcist was when it came out and everything.
Right.
One thing I was not allowed to watch was the South Park movie. And I don't know why. I don't know if it was the Uncle Fucker song, although, I mean, he didn't really have restrictions on cuss words. I don't know if there's was there nudity, like cartoon nudity in that? Like what, was it like
I don't
really
remember. Yeah, it's been
crazy?
I saw that in the theater.
Well, yeah, you were like a full-blown adult when it came out, but...
I was 16. Thank you.
I was like 2.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sure.
Yeah, I never saw that movie. I should probably watch it.
Is that what this whole... I sat here and waited for?
Yeah,
Was
do you think I should
Holy
ask my dad
shit.
for permission to watch it?
Oh my God.
I don't know why he didn't let me watch it. Maybe I'll watch it and find out.
Fuck.
But,
Okay.
hold on, we got another good...
A good comment?
Comment.
We got a lot of good comments, I think.
Well, we always do, but one that I specifically saw.
Dave Adler's here, by the way. Hey, Dave Adler.
Hey, Dave. Long
Thanks for
time
coming
no
to see us.
see. So Richard Perez commented, "I'm a terrible fan. Been here
No.
years and never went to meet the gas couple." Okay, first of all, I will say you are a terrible not yet Dexter fan, because I saw your post about Deb and Dexter being married, and I thought that was hilarious. Yes, they were married in real life, but no, they're not married on the show. It's a sister in the show, so it's sort of weird, but it's also really weird that they played siblings, but they were married in real life. Like, that's fucking weird.
That was weird.
But you are not a terrible fan of ours. You have always been so lovely. And listen, let me tell you something. The day we finally meet Richard, I will be so excited because, one, I always love putting faces to names.
Yeah,
because you see
same.
so many people commenting.
Yeah.
You see like, when we pack orders, it's like, you see names all the time.
Yep.
And when you finally meet someone, there were a couple people we met for the very first time, and I was like, oh my God, like, I felt like a fangirl. Because I'm like, I see your name, like, it's just really cool. So I'll be really excited when we do finally meet you, Richard. Not if, but when. Oh my gosh, we're very far back. Art G is here. Hey, Art.
Hey, Art. My goodness, Art G. What, he's a man. He's the man. Love that, Art G. You guys are creatives. Look at all the fantastic figures you created for us. Posters, pin apparel. You do yourself a disservice to think you do not belong there.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. That is so sweet of you to say that. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting feeling, considering that these guys are making such incredible pieces on their own, right? We're relying on these talented artists that we have working with Mischief Toys.
Manufacturers.
So
yeah, a lot of people were doing like handmade sort of
yes,
stuff.
exactly, handmade stuff. But anyway, yeah, no, I appreciate that, David. Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty good at not giving myself any credit for anything. I'm like that. I don't know. I'm kind of a self-hating person. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, don't worry, because you're not the only person who doesn't like you.
Oh, good. Not alone.
It's me too.
Did you get the $7 a pop Dexter things?
I did. Guess who
Okay.
didn't?
Who?
You. You didn't get them for me.
Okay.
Jess said, waiting in line gives us time to check out the neighboring booths. I bought more than I have in a long time. Yeah, we bought a lot.
We bought so much. It was silly. But it's good. So when I was at that show, I was actually really wanting to buy all the things. I wanted to go and buy stuff and support these artists that were doing wonderful things. Some of these guys, there was one guy there, believe it or not, that was not selling anything. He was there to show his stuff.
It was my favorite
It was
thing.
I filmed all of it, but he makes it's a long story and it's even
It's
too,
crazy.
It's too complicated to even explain it. But he makes like RC cars with like cameras and stuff on them. They're so elaborate, and he's not selling them. He's like, yeah, I just build them, and I just like to show them to people, and I want people to like play with them and check them out. It's mind blowing, but that's the kind of people that you were meeting there. It was just these
He was
guys
very interesting.
these
I
guys
liked
and
him.
girls that just love doing what they do. It's not even the money isn't even a thing for some of them. They're just there for the art, and there's a lot to be said about that. That's like it was just so much passion and love for what they do that it's even sometimes hard for me to wrap my head around that kind of passion. But it's amazing. It's so amazing.
So you didn't mention the other part of Richard's question. I know you're an in-person signature hunter, but did you get the Dexter anyway? I did. So
I asked you that.
I know you did, but I wanted to address the in-person thing. So yes, I'm typically an in-person signature person, but I was like, you know what? Like, they came to Monster Mania a few years ago, like before the crazy new shows came out, and I really regretted not meeting them there, but I heard that the lines were obscene then. Now, with all the reboots and the success they're having, I can't even imagine what their lines and stuff will be like. I've also heard that Michael C. Hall doesn't really like conventions so much. I don't know how true that is, but I don't know how many they do. So I'm happy that I bought them, but if I ever get an opportunity to meet them, I will 1000% go to meet them.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. My parents wouldn't let me and my sister watch Ghostbusters because they thought it would be too scary. Oh my God, really?
Meanwhile, my dad threw on like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mall 320 says the Pittsburgh house had character. That's a famous Sam line.
Yep.
Adam Ang, of course. I'm glad you enjoy the Lovesick Ghastly. He's everybody had a lot of great things to say about Lovesick Ghastly at the event. People were like taken with that figure. And Mortem. We only brought a handful of Mortems with us. They all sold. They were all gone.
Yeah, I was I mean, I wasn't shocked, but I was shocked because I didn't really expect to sell figures. I expected to see, like I said, like 5 people with the pins, but there were way more than 5, and I didn't expect to sell. I expected maybe to sell like 2 figures all weekend.
Yeah.
But we took an assortment, and since Mortem's a bit bigger, we had to like figure out what we wanted to do with like the space in our car. So I was like, should I prioritize this or that, or yeah. So I only took a handful, and they all sold.
So what would Brian Boitano do? Oh my God, I haven't heard. Jeez, dude, Eric, that's a blast from the past.
Who's that?
That was in the South Park movie. I just completely forgot about that movie. I got to go back and watch it.
I haven't watched it ever. Do you want to watch it with me?
I would love to. Shawnee Poo Tube says,
I like that poo tube.
you guys rock. Will you be at D-Con in Vegas in November? If so, I'll definitely stop by. I wish. We will not. We're going to New York Comic Con. That's going to be like our last hurrah for the year. Obviously, we'll have drops and things after that, but that's going to be like our big showing.
Yeah.
Now, next year, I would love to make the trek to D-Con if we could.
So, hold on.
Sure.
What was I going to say? So we also have like a family vacation coming up around that time frame.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, that would be like way too much to drive there and then do a family trip. But also, I would love to do D-Con next year, but like Chris has talked about doing San Diego and D-Con. Now,
No, it'd be one or the other.
Yeah.
It'd be one or the other.
It would 1000% have to be one or the other. Like, I don't know if we could travel out west every single year.
Yeah,
especially, yeah, like D-Con, if it's in November again next year, like right after New York Comic Con, that would be a lot.
But
So
I definitely want to make it after going to this show, I realized just how important these art shows are for companies like ours.
Yeah, I would love to do D-Con. San Diego would be cool. Yeah, I mean, that's like right up the road.
That's what I mean. We definitely need to look into that. We got to do our homework and get into 5 Points.
Yeah.
Because I think that alone would be incredible for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do D-Con so bad.
Yeah, but that's a great question, Shawnee PooTube. I love that name. Luna's new best friend, Brett, was great. That's the guy with the cars.
Yes.
He was fantastic.
I'm shocked you remembered his name because you don't remember anything.
Brett, yeah. Have you all thought about doing Ghastly patches? We actually have. We've done them. We did a zombie Ghastly and a regular Ghastly patch. I think they're on the website right now.
No, they're not.
Okay,
they're
we
gone.
have
We
some
don't have
now.
any more.
I swear I saw one out in the
We might have like one
warehouse.
We might have that
Okay,
one.
so they did okay. Like people bought them here and there. We didn't buy many of them just to test it out. That's kind of what we do. We experiment, see how they go. When we made these cups, we didn't know how they were going to do, and they sold out like instantly. Like all the cups that we've done so far. So we think that the cup thing is kind of fun. We're not going to do them all the time, but you know, every once in a while we'll put up a new variant of the cup. Only doing like 25 of them, so they go pretty quick, right? Well, 25 of each style. We have 2 different styles. The patch, on the other hand, was just okay, and although I loved them, I thought they were great, and a lot of people were asking for them. Much like the dad hat, we just have to be very careful in the things that we do, and we don't want to put our money in places that's not going to. At the end of the day, unfortunately, we are a business, so we have to make sure we're making money. Because
and not having a bunch of stock in the warehouse.
Look, I would be making so much crazy shit. If it weren't for the fact that we need to make money off it, we would have so many things on the website that people just don't want, and it's because of, it would be because of me. Yeah. I'm just doing all sorts of goofy shit.
So Bobby said that he met Michael C. Hall pre-COVID. Was he awesome? Was he just as dreamy in person? Bobby also said if Chris is at D-Con, it would be D-Bag Con. You know who that is, right?
I know exactly who he is. He's being a fuckhead. I'm saying the word fuck now. You came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You came at the wrong time.
You can't fucking do anything about it. It's YouTube
dude.
now.
Yeah, but YouTube's on my side, motherfucker.
Lily is so excited to see you guys again at NYCC. She gets so happy anytime we mention we're going back. I cannot wait to see Lily.
I can't wait. And yeah, I was talking to your wife about or Heather. Are they married? Am I saying the wrong thing? Is Heather and Damien married?
They may as well be, but I don't think they are.
But I was talking to Heather the other day, and she is making miniature shirts or like things for her to wear. So
she did last year.
Yeah, so she's gonna have miniature Mischief Toys things. She's like, "Is it okay that I do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." Like, I want her to wear little baby outfits. I think that's fun. So that's cool. So keep making them and keep bringing her, and we want to see her in her cool little outfits. Trying to convince my wife to let me go to NYCC to see you guys. Yeah. So, okay, let me get off the topic of Philly. Or let me end this. So, Philly was amazing. It was a great experience. Loved it. Outstanding event. The people who put this on, Assembly Required, go and follow them. If you go to any of their events, I highly recommend going to their events, attending, seeing what they're up to, seeing these artists, these fantastic artists, and buying a couple things and adding them to the shelf of all the things that you have. Like, right? Move over Funko Pops, move over whatever, move over Ghastly, but let's buy some of these, artist pieces, handmade pieces.
Ghastly can fit in with them.
Okay, move over Funko Pop, burn the Funko Pops.
Don't you dare trash Ghastly.
I almost did. Okay, let's start off again. Take all your Funko Pops, you're going to pick them all up, and you're going to throw them into a dumpster, and then you're going to slam the dumpster. You're going to close the dumpster. And then you're going to walk back in, you're going to position all of your Ghastlies, and then you're going to go to the convention, and you're going to buy all your brand new little figures from these other talented artists, and you're going to set them all up. That's what you're going to do, okay?
It's very cool.
Yeah, that's what I think you should do.
Promise.
I still want some Tiki Ghastly swim shorts. Yeah, I would love that too. And maybe we could do it at some point.
Make them past the knees? No, I'm going to make them real short. They'll show some cheeks.
No, I do not want showing cheeks.
I do. Bobby said, Chris, put your feet on the table for me.
Damien, she is not crossing the line. I guess the only caveat would be if people would make Mischief Toy stuff just not to sell it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only problem. But if you're making it for yourself, I mean, go right ahead. Have fun. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. This is treason. I'm texting Mike B right now. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I can't believe you. So, event was awesome. I can't wait for the next one, and we're going to now look into more art toy shows. And by the way, we're not staying in the same hotel we stayed at. The hotel was awful.
It was fuck ass.
Okay, Heather, I'm going to give you a little preview because I'm going to make a video about it where I filmed while we're jumping around. We went. Can I tell the story without you interrupting?
Probably not.
We went into our room and we, got everything situated. And one of the nights, we're all getting, tired. We're tired now. We loaded in or did whatever we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. Heather she opens up the closet, this closet thing, and she's like, "Oh my God, a robe!" And I was like, oh, and so I was like, you're wearing. So she puts it on.
It was cold.
Heather's gallivanting around the room.
Chris likes the room
like,
very cold.
How special she is with her brand new robe, and she's like dancing away, and she like sits on the couch, and she's like, yeah, like really laying in it real hard.
No, I saw
she took it, and took her face, and went like this.
I did not do
she
that.
She went like that in it, and I'm watching her from like off to the side. I'm like, what is Heather doing with this thing?
You're so wrong.
Heather pulled it off, and there was an old poop stain on
it. No, it wasn't a poop stain. It was 2 poop stains. And it was not mine. I was wearing pants, first of all. Second of all, I was very clean on my butt.
Somebody shouldn't have a robe. How did they get poop on it? It was you the whole time. It was you. You pooped on the robe and you lied to me.
No, I wish.
Oh my God! I could not believe you shit in that robe.
Somebody did.
Somebody shit in that robe.
Me.
Can you imagine? You put a robe on inside of a hotel room and you get your poop on it. How did that?
And how is it not washed?
It's like the person goes in there specifically to wear this robe. They're like, I'm wearing it and I don't give a fuck. I'm wearing it nude.
Well, the craziest part...
I'm wearing it nude.
Well, that's how most people wear robes, but the craziest part was that it was wrapped up as if they had cleaned it and put it back on the hanger.
They were waiting for you. You're unsuspecting prey. You had no idea. They're probably looking down up into our room at the window and they're waiting with their like little... You know,
to see who the victim would be and how they react. I pulled it off and I was just like, are you fucking serious? And I pulled my pants off right away. I'm like, these need to go because my pants were like touching the poop.
Oh my God. I just can't even believe that happened. That's unreal. It's almost like it was written for a comedy.
Yeah.
You know? It just feels
The whole experience was crazy.
It's a 4-star hotel. Adam, believe it or not, Adam, it was at a very expensive hotel. It was a high-end hotel.
Honestly, I think it was the most expensive hotel room I've ever purchased.
It was unbelievable. The amount of money that we spent. You have no... I don't want to give anything else away. I think you need to watch the video.
FNC Entertainment said, I bet that hotel doesn't even offer robes as an amenity. Probably not. That's somebody's poopy robe they brought from home.
Old poop robe. Their old dump robe.
Let me tell you something. What I will say is, I paid a lot of money for the hotel room. And then I paid a lot of money for extra... They left waters in your room, but you had to pay $10 per bottle.
And it was like high-end water.
It was like the ones in like the glass bottles that look like wine bottles, and it was like $10. I'm like, fuck you.
Dave Adler says he has a clean robe from a cave event available. It probably came from the cave event. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I feel like those people know how to take care of themselves. The people at this hotel, man.
Oh my God! Somebody pooped in a robe. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe someone pooped in my robe.
Unbelievable. Only to us this type of shit happens. This type of shit, right?
This type of fucking shit. We can say that now.
Okay, so the event was great. Hotel sucked. Oh, by the way, Donald Lomax got lost. So Donald Lomax, much like me, I believe that Donald Lomax maybe gets confused with left and right. And I'm not trying to make a joke, but I don't know my left and rights. Heather has.
He did. And can I tell this?
In my car, when I'm driving, Heather says go left or right. Okay. And I can never figure it out. It's like my brain is not set up for it for some reason. I never know when she says left or right.
It's also not set up for looking at the fucking map, because how many exits did you miss on the way home from San Diego?
Oh my God! But it's about. I can't believe we even got home. Let's put it that way.
Same.
I'm gonna go fill up my water.
Okay.
While you tell your weird story about your. By the way, I unbuckled my belt. Oh, I've gained so much weight.
We had a lot of food.
I've gained so much weight over the last couple months. Holy shit! You know, in May, my sister goes, "You look so good."
Someone said that yesterday.
I think they're bullshitting me.
No, they're not bullshitting you.
I think they're fucking bullshitting me. Yeah, but at my sister's house for a little party, she's like, "You look so good," and I was like, "Oh," and I blushed because I was like, "Oh my God, somebody noticed." And then
everybody noticed.
And then today, I'm in here. I sit down. I had to unbuckle my fucking belt. because I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
Well, listen, maybe
Maybe
we had too many. Maybe we had too many home fries this weekend.
I did have to. I had a home fry or a hash brown on my breakfast sandwich.
That was some crazy
That's
shit.
unbelievable. Okay, you
All
tell
right.
your story while I'm filling my water. But if you see my belt hanging down, it's because I unclipped it. I just want everybody to be aware of that.
They know.
Okay, they say. See?
Okay. So last night we hung out with Donald.
Make it quick, Heather.
And-
I'm done filling my water. When I come back, it better be over.
We went to a bring your own beverage, like alcoholic beverage, Italian restaurant, okay? And Chris didn't realize it. I mean, I just didn't tell him because I was like, well, he'll find out the hard way, I guess. I actually forgot to tell him. So anyway, Chris was like, damn, I really wanted a drink. And the waitress said, oh, 1 block away to the left, when you exit here, you go left, there's a liquor store. And Donald was like, I'll go get you something. And Chris was like, are you sure? Like, you don't have to do that. And Donald was like, oh yeah. And he like got up before we know it. And his last words were, get me some mozzarella sticks. And I was like, okay. So there wasn't even mozzarella sticks on the menu, but thank God one of their appetizer specials was like a fried block of mozzarella with like, it was like on the sauce. So I got him that. But anyway, after like 25 minutes, I'm like, where the fuck is Donald? The waitress is like trying to take our order. We can't because Donald isn't there. So we called Donald and he said he was lost. He didn't know where we were. So I went outside with our friend Carlos. We ended up finding Donald, but it took a little while. Well, he was walking from the opposite direction of what the waitress said, and I was really confused about it. I was like, well, maybe she got it mixed up or something. I don't know. So we go back in the restaurant, and Donald is giving her so much shit. He's like, I can't believe you gave me bad directions. I got lost, blah, blah, blah. And he kept like doing this whole exchange with her. I'm like, man, you're really giving this waitress hell. And he's like, oh, I'm only playing with her. And we leave the restaurant. We're standing outside, and we started talking about how he got lost again. And he's like, that waitress did me dirty. She told me to go left. Or no, she told me to go left. Or no, she told me to go right. And I went left. And I looked at him. I said, you came from that way. And he said, yeah. And I'm like, that way's left. And that's when we realized that he got it wrong and not her.
Yeah. Anyway, we made fun of the waitress anyway for the rest of the night. We blamed the waitress for Donald. And it was great. We had a great time. And she was so sweet, by the way.
She was very
The
sweet.
restaurant was very awesome. She was so sweet. And it was great. It was great hanging out with everybody. Loved doing that. Unfortunately, they had to. The place is small, so they had to split our tables up in there. That sucked. So we couldn't sit with everybody at the same table.
Yeah, but I tried to turn around as much as I could, but it
was clunky.
Yeah.
But it was a really great time. So I was happy we were able to do that. And I like going out to dinner when we're at the smaller events like that. It just I don't know.
Because
It's
that's
about
something
community.
we can't do at New York Comic Con.
Right. And we started at Awesome Con. Now, will we do it at every event? Maybe, maybe not. It just really depends on...
Well, this one we didn't even plan. It just like...
We didn't do anything
happened.
special either. We didn't give anything away. We just sort of had dinner and hung out with a handful of people. And it was really people who were asking, like, what are you doing tonight? And we're like, oh, well, let's go do dinner. If you're interested, message us. That's kind of how it went off. It was great. So, okay. So, the event, great. Cool. New York Comic Con. That's the next big thing, everybody. New York Comic Con is coming. It's coming fast. It's not taking any prisoners either. This is going to be a fantastic event for Mischief Toys. It's going to be the biggest event for Mischief Toys. It's going to be the biggest Night of Mischief event for us ever. The event overall is called Mischief in Manhattan. It was named by the one and only Mike Becker. Believe it or not, he named the event. Heather was chatting with him and he pitched that, and I was like, "That's it. Let's do that. That's cool." So we are going to go all out, and this upcoming weekend and this week, I will be hardcore involved in writing Night of Mischief. I already have sort of some of it already kind of laid out, but I'm going to lay out a map. I'm going to meet up with the narrator, Peter, who we have not seen like in a while. Like, I feel like we haven't talked to Peter in a while. I feel terrible because I love Peter. He's become such a great friend. But we're going to reconnect up with him and get this thing rolled out and make it a night that you will never forget, or not soon forget. How's that? Not soon forget, because you might not, the next year might be another unforgettable event, right? We have too many unforgettable things. I always hype everything up, but it's true. All this stuff, if you come to it, if you come to Day of Mischief, you would have seen that I'm not a bullshit artist. It was great. It was epic. It was fun, and it was worth every penny and every mile to go to the thing. And I'm going to tell you, it's the same thing for New York Comic Con and for Night of Mischief. I hope that you guys got your tickets, but if you're not going to New York Comic Con, remember, the event Night of Mischief takes place outside of New York Comic Con, meaning you don't have to go to the con to attend Night of Mischief. You can just come and attend Night of Mischief. In fact, somebody that visited us this weekend was like, "I'm just coming to Night of Mischief. I'm not going to New York."
That's cool.
And I was like, "That's really awesome. That's cool to hear that."
That makes me very proud.
Me too. I absolutely agree with you. So this year is going to be very similar to last year. We're going to have figures every single day. They will be announced the night before.
Or I think the day before.
The day before. We're going to have pins. We're going to have apparel as per usual with our shirts. Probably some hats. Very limited on the shirts and hats, so you better get yours. It's going to be like Living Dead Weekend all over again, where they sell out and then you're upset because you didn't get the shirt and the hat. Be prepared, because that's a part of the whole game. We're going to do probably something special if you wear Mischief Toys apparel again. I don't have what that is just yet, but we'll roll that out so you know what that is as well. That way you come prepared, you're wearing your shirts. But we have some really fun ideas for that. And I can't go into it just yet. I want it to be a big surprise. But let's just say, make sure you bring a handful of those shirts and hats with you, and apparel. And by the way, it only works if you have the shirt and or the hat. I always get questions. How about a lanyard? Lanyard's not cutting it, dog. You got to have a shirt or a hat. Would you say?
Yeah.
Shirt or hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and
Or hoodie.
another thing that I get asked often, and this is nothing against anybody, but the in-person Coven items cannot be picked up by somebody else. You have to be present, and your Coven membership has to be present. And yes, we do have a system that tells us whose membership is present and whose is not.
Yes, exactly. Now, New York Comic Con, we're also going to have some collabs this year, and the collabs are fantastic. We're going to roll those out as well, which I think you're going to be really ecstatic about. I think you're going to be really happy with the collabs and the stuff associated with the collabs. It's going to be really cool.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited for that as well. Now, I want to ask Heather if I can say one thing. I want to make sure. I'm going to turn off the mic. So, Heather said I'm not allowed. That's what all that was. All that. Was Heather telling me I'm not allowed? But what she said I can say is that we have some new and exciting, brand new things for Mischief Toys.
Yes,
Stuff that we've never done before.
We will be, well, we've done in different ways, but yes, we will be rolling out something completely new at New York Comic Con.
Yes.
At New York Comic Con.
Yes. But it's not a part of, I mentioned at the beginning of this that we're going into Mischief Toys Volume or Version 2. That will be more of a kickoff at some point next year. That's something else. And it's in the works right now, as we sit here. It's in the works. But for this year, we have something brand spanking new that's very exciting.
It's epic.
And it's going to, I think it's going to make people excited. And also, I think it's going to rile a lot of people up. And I think that's going to be good. I think that's a really, really great thing. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you show us patrons this new stuff. So patrons will get a preview into some of this stuff. I can promise you that. I think the first call is going to be mainly talking about our trek to SDCC and maybe like something Mischief Toys. But I think the second call will be more focused on Mischief Toys stuff. I want to get into the New York Comic Con stuff with patrons. And let them know what's going on earlier, like kind of in advance. So we'll discuss. We don't say anything now, but we'll discuss what that's going to be. We'll discuss what that's going to be. Does that have to do with the IG post, Baby Glow?
I'm not sure what post that is.
Was Chris asking if he could announce the poop stain robed monstro? Yes. That's exactly what we're talking about.
What did you say about Glow?
I don't know. I don't think I said anything. I posted a photo of Glow in a story. It was like Glow figures. I reposted.
Oh, so it was somebody else's figure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it was it was just a repost. And maybe that's what they're referring to. I'm not sure. Maybe that's possible. Yeah. So I'm stoked. To Heather's point though, I think she's right about that. There's something I really have been wanting to tell everybody, but we haven't gotten around to doing it. I feel like we got to do it soon though, because I want to get people stoked, and also I want to get you guys ready for something real big. Prepare them. Prepare your underpants. I said that. Put a diaper on because shit's about to get real. Right?
Right.
Okay. Good, Heather. There was something else I was going to talk about. There's some FUNKO related stuff, but we're going to talk about that this week. I didn't want to talk about that tonight. I want to talk about our experience instead at the show.
And it was great.
It was great.
I loved it.
Pins are gone. They're all gone. There's no getting those 3 pins, and they're very low count. The Coven thing that we talked about, the Coven mystery pins, that's a possibility. We'll think about that.
We'll keep thinking about it. I don't know. See, I just don't. I'm so on the fence because we said in person only, but at the same time, there's certain like some pins that we have that I just feel like are never ending, and I think it.
We just have pins that are like from last year at this point.
Yeah.
From New York Comic Con last year. We might as well find a way in which to hand them off to people like, say, David Brewer. He doesn't make it to any of these events. So it gives him an opportunity to get something cool. So yeah. I don't think we have to put them all up, but we can put a handful up so people have an opportunity. That's what I think.
I think that in the future, like it would 1000% be like in person only, because we've sort of gotten the number thing down. Yeah. Like we really overshot with the 2 specific pins that I mentioned earlier.
Richard, it has been a busy year for us with all the shows that we've done, or all the conventions we've done. Putting on the Day of Mischief event, which was one of the biggest undertakings for Mischief Toys ever. We were so scared that wasn't going to work out properly, but it went off without a hitch. I mean, it was so good. Today, the event this weekend was fantastic. You know, the things that I'm always most concerned about turn out to be the best things, right? When I stress over this stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst thing I've ever done. Like, it's going to blow up in my face, and I'm going to look like an asshole. A fucking asshole. And they turn out to be great. So what are we sitting around being so negative for? What are we doing?
I don't know.
By the way, can you tell me about the Lovesick Ghastly like merch? What are we doing? Are we doing a hat and shirt?
We are. We are.
Are we doing it soon, or are we doing it later, or what are we
Babe,
doing?
I just
Whoa,
got back
no
from
reason.
Philadelphia.
Okay, I understand. I'm just asking questions here.
Can you give me like till tomorrow to put it up? Is that okay? Can I put it up tomorrow?
Put up what tomorrow?
The shirt and the hat.
No, I'm asking about like I'm letting them know. Like, what is your plan? Are we going to preview the artwork like this week, or?
We're gonna put them up this week.
Oh, you're going to put them up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what I'm at. What are you getting so frustrated with me for? What the fuck is going on here? Fuck. But so we'll see that this week then.
Yes, this
Very
week.
good. Okay, that's what I'm excited about. When are you guys doing mini blind boxes? I need them now. Well, they are in production. Let me tell you something about the mini blind boxes. That's something that I have been so excited about, and something I really want to get done. Problem is that we have run into so many issues with that. We had to move the new manufacturer, which we've talked about here before. So it's been like sort of like it's sort of gotten screwed up a little bit. But good thing is, I think you just recently got a message and things are doing their thing, right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no.
No, it's not bad. It's just very frustrating.
You have any good news for me? What was that? Or any robes in the house do any of the robes in the house have poop on them?
I have not looked in yours recently, but mine do not.
Okay, well that's at least good news. Okay, Mike Manabog. Does all the figures? Okay, all the figures going to be available at your booth at NYCC, or do we have to go to a different booth to get it? Okay, good question. So we're going to have figures at our booth, and then we're going to have a couple of figures that are at other booths, or stuff, merch. So there are other booths that will have stuff, just like we did last year. We did it with 7th Inc. So it'll be similar this year. We'll have other booths that you can go to and pick up some Mischief toy stuff. But we'll roll out that information as we get closer. You'll know exactly where you're going. You'll know booth numbers. You'll know what the products are. That will be no secret. However, the items that we're rolling out during the weekend, there will be secrets rolled into that.
It's going to be very cool.
Yep, it is going to be cool. Have you guys maybe thought about doing a Ghastly mini and a mini Travis? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's something that we previewed at Night of Mischief last year. And that is, yes, that's something that we are hard at work trying to get done. And I am super stoked for it, but it's just getting it done. It's a pain in the ass. It is the biggest pain in the ass. Good news is Heather has... The good news is Heather she's getting a boba tomorrow. Are you getting a boba tomorrow?
Probably.
Wow, okay.
Maybe not. I have a stressful day tomorrow, and I feel like caffeine won't help. Maybe it'll be good.
I got a really bad headache right now. It's a sinus thing.
I've had a headache all day, and it's probably because of you.
I've had a headache since 2014, the day I met you. So I've had that headache every single day ever since. Isn't that weird? Huh. Kind of weird. Damn, you spreading my FOMO to more than one place. Ha ha ha. Look at that. You got that FOMO, Heather. Chris, did you get SDCC Back to the Future Hot Wheels Mattel collectible because I struck out for the online release? No. And I had somebody who was helping me with it, but they were unable to get it. Like it sold out before they got there or something. And not, you know, we can't, what are you going to do? But I got so much from SDCC that I am content. It's okay that I missed it. I'm fine. In fact, I was getting it for Max, my son, but it's okay. He has enough too. So, you know, as we're sitting here talking about all this, I do want to mention that patreon.com/Gastlecast, go and join up, baby. And join up at levels 3 and 4 because you'll be involved in a ridiculous amount of giveaway. I'm right now, as we sit here, we are surrounded by giveaway items. That's literally all that's around us right now. Did you realize that? Look, take a look.
No, it stresses me out. Thank you.
There's so much stuff here.
Thank you.
It's silly.
Thank you.
It's silly. The amount of stuff that we have sitting around us, it's all being given away.
It is a lot.
There's a box right there, full to the top. It's actually coming out of the top that we're going to be giving away during Patreon. So if you want to win Thrill Joy, if you want to win, I'm trying to say Rokimoto. I'm so tired. If you want to win Rokimoto stuff, Thrill Joy, we are barely available. What else do we have, Heather?
All sorts
Gravy.
of stuff. FUNKO.
FUNKO. We got all sorts of stuff, and we're giving it away, and it's for patrons only. So go and join our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast for more details. We also talk about upcoming Mischief Toys things, hang out, laugh, and have an absolute blast of a time. That's what I like to do. I like to have fun. And this upcoming weekend, this upcoming Saturday, will be the first of 2 calls.
Yep.
And it'll be 2 calls in a row. Am I right about that?
2 calls in a
2
row.
calls in a row. So 2 Saturdays in a row.
And then we'll be on the road again. Just for a day.
We'll be on the road again?
To Jersey.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
That's for you, bruh.
I knew you were going to say bruh. I'm ready for everything coming our way. Mischief makers roll out. Hell yeah, Michael Price. I love to hear it. I like
It's like Ludacris is a mischief maker. Roll out.
Yeah, remember that song? Holy shit.
Of course I remember that song.
Did Max get the Power Ranger skins in Fortnite yet? No. He was really interested in the Fantastic Four skins. You guys been on the road so much, you need a mini vacation recovery. Mike, you ain't kidding, dude. I do. We had a mini vacation during our trip to SDCC, but boy, I am honestly fucked up.
Boy, are my wheels tired.
That was my good joke, and I like that joke. That was good. People laughed.
People didn't
enjoyed
laugh. They were definitely
They
not
cringed.
laughing at your joke. They were
People
laughing
cringed.
at you.
People cringed. So speaking of that, I am in the midst of making our SDCC video. I will be working on that hopefully at some point this weekend and this week. I want to get the SDCC video out. There's so much content. Much like NYCC from last year, there's so much content, it's hard to get through. But I'm going to get her done. I've been working hard in here, Heather. You know that. I didn't help Heather the other night load the car for this Philly trip because I was hard at work.
Listen, it's no different than any other convention that we do.
I helped you hardcore at this over the weekend.
Chris.
Don't be no, Heather. Don't be don't no. I'm not letting you get away with this.
Your job was packing bags, and how many times did I have to pack the bags
to
for
the
you?
people, Heather. That's what I am. I'm the voice box of Mischief Toys.
Then you need to hire somebody that can put
You were over
things
there
in
feeding
bags.
your face the whole time.
I was
watched you.
starving the whole time.
Of course you were. Yeah. Guess what? Guess what I was starving for? A little bit of love from you for
You
doing
know
a good
what
job.
I was starving for?
Oh, poopy
You to
robe?
shut up.
A poopy robe? Starving for a poopy robe because you got one. Feel good? You feel like a big girl right now. Feel like a big man.
You're so annoying. Are we done?
Okay. When will we see Sam and Chris stream Fortnite? Never. No, I'm not doing that. Hey, Nick Marsh. You chill. Nick Marsh. What, you're able to take 5 minutes away from playing Fortnite to come here? Is that what you're doing? With your Fantastic Four skins?
Damien, we cannot combine NYCC 24 and 25. It will be a 5-hour-long documentary. You really need to get on that.
No, I do not.
Chris, you really
It's
do.
too much work, Heather.
You keep saying that, but they are begging for it. You really need to do it. We have
what's that?
No, stop. We have done one every single year. It's just very frustrating because so many people came from so far, and that Night of Mischief was the biggest one we've done so far.
How about if I do one of Night of Mischief only? I could do that. Cut that right out. Should I
Then
do
why
that?
don't you do NYCC only?
Because if I do them, I do them all. I gotta do the whole thing.
Do the whole thing.
It's easy for you to say. Wait a minute.
Not everybody that went to New York Comic Con
Timmy
went
Minaj said you don't want to see us fighting. So let's do this after. When we end the call, we can fight again. Hey. You know you want to look over here. Hey, I'll fight with you later.
You're disgusting.
You know what I'm saying. I am waiting to be rebooted, so I guess I could watch for a little. Love me. Oh, Celeste, we love meeting you too. You were awesome. You're the best. You're always awesome. What am I saying? You are. Chris, you must be able to function in your 40s with minimal sleep with a day job at Mischief Toys. You're killing. Dude, thank you. It's tough. I'll tell you that. It's tough.
He doesn't function. He gets very mad.
I'm a mess. I'm a messy human being. I'm a complete disaster, and I feel like I'm running on fumes. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I need to. We got work to do, baby. We got work to do.
Yeah.
Now you doing another one on top.
No.
You're no fun. Christina Payne says she got your back.
I know, she always does. That's my girl.
Wow. You can fight during the South Park movie.
You know, that's a great idea.
Or you can fight during the South Park movie.
Chris and Heather now have to buy Timmy ice cream and tell him everything is okay.
Yeah, we do. Sorry, Timmy. We're so sorry.
I would love ice cream. So you know what? Max and Chris are the biggest party poopers. Okay, listen. I had dessert after dinner last night, but there was this ice cream place that had like such a good smell coming from it. I don't know if it was the ice cream, the waffle cones.
It's funny that you say that. I didn't smell anything.
It smelled so good.
Really?
Me and Carlos really wanted to stop, but you and Max didn't. And listen to this shit.
Carlos didn't want to
Yes,
stop.
he did. Guess what? Listen to this shit. He didn't call me, and he went after we left him. He turned around and went back and got ice cream.
He was agreeing with me that the line was too long.
No, he wasn't. That was Max.
No.
Carlos was right next to me. He
I
wanted
would have
to
done
go.
it. If I known Carlos wanted to do it, I would have done it. I didn't know. What the fuck? What am I being put on the spot here? Like I'm the problem?
You are.
I'm not the problem. I'm the best. I'm the real best. I don't know why I'm thinking of ice cream. Get some for breakfast. I got some last night. What he could mean some. Look, Heather.
Ice cream.
I got some last night. That could mean that. Look at the little
spot we passed
He
with
put
the long
he put
line.
an emoji with big teeth on it.
Chris.
He got some last night. You think he's talking about ice cream, Heather? What? How old are you?
Ice
Grow up.
cream. He
Grow
got
up.
ice cream.
He was putting it down last night, Heather.
No.
He was putting down railroad tracks. What are you gonna do? Ask him? That's
No, I'm
awkward.
gonna show you something else.
What? What are you gonna show me? I don't want to see Carlos in any weird positions. I got in a waffle cone. Look, that can mean something else too. I don't know what Urban Dictionary says about waffle cones. I'll be honest. It could really be anything. Hold on, open it up. You got the biggest black bean on your tooth back there. Holy shit! It covered the entire tooth. I'm not trying to be mean, but it is.
Is it this one?
Oh, hold on, do that. Open your mouth. Let me see. Let me take a picture. Okay. Hold on. Oh, and you just do big or small. Okay, right there. Just sit right there. Leave it. Okay.
Let me see. Oh my god, that's big.
Yeah. That's. Hold on, let me zoom in. Look at how this black bean. You see that? She's growing a black bean in there. Heather's growing a black bean in her tooth.
I just ate it.
You're growing a black bean.
I ate it.
That's great. I gotta
Look.
delete that photo. So, oh my God, it's still there.
Who is
How the fuck
it?
is this? Yeah,
I ate it.
it's his brother showed up.
You're a liar.
His brother
I
Bean.
ate it.
Brother Bean showed up. What is happening? I don't know. Oh no, Kentucky Blue Waffle. No.
I don't know
I'm gonna
what that
throw up.
means.
Please no. Please don't. Not to me. I don't need that. Remember did we have Sam look up Blue Waffle
I don't remember.
at some point? What are you tapping me for?
Because it's 10
tapping out.
o'clock.
You're done. Okay, Heather's
yeah,
done.
I have to be up. I have a very important appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm really having anxiety over it. And it'll
Oh,
be
no.
okay. It'll be okay.
Okay.
But you can't come with me.
You should bring Fritz.
I should.
Let him lay on you or something.
I don't think they'd allow
God,
me,
your
Jess.
pants are full of his hair. It looks like you have Fritz on you right now. That's how much hair is on your leg.
I have Ellie, Ballo, and Fritz on my legs.
Did you give up on the bangs? You're doing a swoop to the side now?
Well, they're long, and I don't know if I want them. So they're to the side till I figure out if I'm going to cut them or just
Let me take a
them
look.
grow.
See what you got. Don't look at me straight forward. No, straight forward. Look at me. It looks like you ever see a guy put a comb over on, but it's like not a whole lot of hair. It's a weird comb over.
You ever get beat up by a girl on a live stream on
No,
YouTube?
put it all the way over. Put it all the way over. Let me see that forehead. Unsheath that forehead for
Chris, please stop.
me. I just want to see it. I love your hair when you swoop it off to the side. It looks good. Okay. All right. I better go. So, thank you everybody for
Thank you for
visiting
being
us at the
here.
event.
Yeah, and for being there. I was thanking them for being here and watching this.
We appreciate you guys. It's another long week that we have to work. Heather's going to put up Lovesick Ghastly Pride merch sometime this week. We're also going to roll out our, what are we rolling out? Mischief in the Making.
Very soon.
Go and buy your Lovesick Ghastly figure right now. You have until midnight?
11:59 p.m. Eastern to be
11:59 p.m.
entered towards the Lovesick Ghastly Spread the Love promotion, which will get you guaranteed access to up to 4 Night of Mischief tickets.
Yeah, so go and spread the love, bro. Buy your figure. Come to New York Comic Con. Come to Night of Mischief. Bring your pals. Get VIP passes. Get in there, bro. Come and hang with us behind the scenes and get a bunch of exclusive fun stuff, okay?
It's going to be so much fun.
It's gonna be so much
I
fun.
have such an awesome VIP thing planned for whoever wins. What are you looking at?
I thought you had a earring that was lower.
I do. I don't wear. Right here?
Yeah, at the bottom?
Yeah, I don't always wear them. So that's reserved for like regular earrings. These are like always in.
I've never noticed that before. I don't see your ears that much because you got long hair. It's not because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Because I didn't notice your little... What are you doing?
Putting my hair up so you can see. Can you see now? Can you see my earrings?
I see.
I am missing one. I pulled it out the other day.
Cool. Tell somebody who cares. Multiple color options and hoodies coming soon?
Multiple designs. I don't know about multiple color options. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Spreading the love created with blue waffle. All right, that's enough. All right, we got to get the fuck out of here. We love all of you. We can say fuck here again, and we can say it proudly, and we're going to say it a lot. That's what we're going to do, right? Are you good with that?
Yeah, so Timmy Minaj said that his Mischief Mondays prize should arrive on Tuesday, and he'll unbox it on Patreon. Timmy, listen. You can unbox it on Patreon, but if you wanted to unbox it yourself, that would be amazing too. I would not be upset if you don't do it in front of us, but I hope that you love it, and I hope it was worth the wait, because you'll see why we had to wait. And then also, his first one got lost in the mail.
I know, it's terrible.
It's really fucked up.
It's super fucked up.
I'm fighting with the post office right now, but I don't know if they'll do anything about it. But
Yeah.
it's not a big deal because, you know, we got to make sure everyone's taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, everybody, we
I'm
love
excited.
you. More to come from Mischief Toys, and we'll have all sorts of cool stuff this week about all of our other favorite toy companies as well in our normal Gastlecast videos every single day. I think we're doing every single day except for Saturday and Sunday, and we're going live on Sunday. It's kind of that's kind of our thing now, so keep that in mind. Okay. Love you.
Ew.
We're gonna go poop on our roofs. We'll see you guys next time.
We're not doing that.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
We love you guys. Bye. We'll see you later.